It's the only thing in this world that never loses its flavor. You can see it coming a mile away and still, it cuts you like it's the first time. After I uncovered the whispers of the Shadow Syndicate, the city turned cold, not the kind of cold that chills your bones. Everyone I knew, every man I trusted, had a shadow behind him. Every phone call, every handshake, felt rehearsed. Someone close was feeding the syndicate. I wasn't about to let my family die because one man wanted to play God. Safe houses, dead channels, old tunnels we used back in the 90s when bullets were cheaper than loyalty. I built a web of silence around myself, watching, listening, waiting for the lie that would reveal the liar. Transfers small, unnoticeable, buried in Mateo's Western accounts. Old money moved through new names, tied to the syndicate's offshore networks. Pull it, and everything unraveled. Enzo stares at a wall covered in photos, red string connecting them. Mateo, he was always the charming one. The smile that walked into a room before his words did. He had us fooled, maybe even himself. But greed doesn't hide forever. It leaks through the cracks, no matter how many suits you wear over it. I didn't confront him right away. I needed proof, not for me, but for them. The other Dons. If I accused a man like Mateo without evidence, I'd be the one in the grave. So I baited him. Shipment deal fake. High stakes. Impossible to resist. If the syndicate moved first, I'd know who told them. 3 nights later, the warehouse went up in flames. Everything gone, and the syndicate knew every detail, down to the hour. That was it. Proof enough to bury a kingdom. Cut 2. Enzo sitting in a church confessional, lights spilling through stained glass. I called for a meeting. Just the 5 of us in an abandoned church outside the city. A place once holy, now haunted. The walls smelled of ashes and secrets. In the center, I placed a single chair. Old wood. Steel bolts. History soaked into every inch. We called it the Judas chair, a seat for the one who betrayed his own. Once a man sat in it, he never stood again. When they walked in, no one asked why it was there. They knew. The silence in that room said everything words couldn't. Someone in this circle has sold us to ghosts, I said. And tonight, we're finding out who. Eyes met. Hearts raced. Vittorio adjusted his cufflinks. Lorenzo stayed still, too still. Salvatore smirked, pretending to be amused. And Mateo. Mateo looked everywhere but at me. I laid the evidence on the table, bank trails, fake shipments, encrypted messages. Mateo, the West has been feeding the East. He froze. Just for a second. But in our world, a second is all it takes to die. Of course he did. Every traitor does right until the moment they realize no one believes them. Vittorio drew his gun first, then Lorenzo. 3 barrels aimed at one man who used to call us brothers. Mateo started laughing, quiet, broken, desperate. You think killing me saves you? Said you're already dead? The syndicate owns everything now, even your ghosts. I don't remember pulling the trigger. Maybe it was me. Maybe it was all of us. Doesn't matter. When the smoke cleared, Mateo was gone, and the Judas chair had a new story to tell. Cut 2. Enzo standing alone in the empty church, candlelight flickering on his face. We burned the evidence, buried the chair, and walked out without a word. But peace didn't follow us. Because killing Mateo didn't end the war, it only opened the next chapter. I started getting new messages, encrypted, anonymous. Same handwriting as the first note. Only this time it didn't say, attendance is mandatory. It said, you're next, Enzo. Thunder rumbles. Enzo lights a cigarette, exhales slowly. The Judas chair is empty again. And in this world, it never stays empty for long. I killed a traitor to save my family. But now, I'm the one being hunted. The city has new kings, new rules, and no mercy. The syndicate isn't done, and neither am I. He steps into the rain, coat fluttering as the city glows behind him. In the end, every empire falls. The question is, who pushes first?